did you feel unhappy, burnt out, or why do we do this to ourselves?
Oh my gosh, does that make me feel that I'm not good enough? I thought that success then was going to JC, doing very well in your O levels, either getting a scholarship and all that, and just not fitting into that mold really hurt my self-esteem and also hurt my self-confidence as well. One fine day, I just broke down. I think we want to feel like we are enough.
So Cheryl, I wanted to hear about your story. Take me back to the beginning. You were pursuing STEM, you were checking all the right boxes, doing all the right things, but what was the first sign that something felt wrong?
When I was in secondary school, a lot of people also want to take that same route. And I thought, oh my gosh, I am not as capable as them, or my grades can't match up to theirs. Does that make me feel that I'm not good enough for this industry? So I think there was a lot of competition, there was a lot of hustle culture as well. And I really tried to do the best of my abilities to achieve certain grades or boost up my portfolio. But every time I will also feel a sense of burnout and a sense of lack of purpose as well. I thought, is this really what I want to do? I will also think about the scenario and realize, do I see myself in the lab for all the days of my life there? So when I started questioning my own decisions and realizing that maybe I might not be suited for a role in the laboratory, I was like, nah, I don't think I want to take this path anymore. And then I decided to go into the arts industry, which back then I really enjoyed.
I'm actually very curious to understand your turning point. What was that one moment or the final straw to make you decide no, this is not what I want to do?
It's quite a long story. Yeah, so essentially I started out this content creation path as a study grammar. So back then I was taking my O levels, and if you know me, my academics aren't very strong back then. I was a student that had an average C's or D's on my report card. So that was something that I took hold of myself, and I thought, oh, why not I start out the studygram? And then slowly, as I entered into Polytechnic, I wanted to rewrite the whole script that I was successful, and I wanted to chase society's definitions of success. So I started hustling a lot. So that means taking on multiple jobs at the same time. I tried my best to do well in school and also attain the scholarship, and at the same time take on multiple leadership roles within my CCA. So while I was doing that, while I was chasing that notion of success, somehow or rather, one fine day I was mentally drained. Super duper mentally drained, because I was sleeping about 3 to 4 hours on average. And to other people it might seem like, oh my gosh, why are you doing that? But in my circumstance, I thought that was so normal. I thought that was what was needed for me to be successful. So after sleeping 3 to 4 hours a day, and sometimes my parents will be also very worried, why are you sleeping so late, or why are you not taking care of yourself? One fine day I just broke down because I was just so tired. Even though I sacrificed a lot by taking on multiple jobs and at the same time taking on multiple commitments, I didn't get good grades in the end. And I thought, oh my gosh, but I take on all these responsibilities. I thought I should get good grades and all that. Then I realized it wasn't sustainable at all.
Why do we do this to ourselves? Why do we have this idea that, we have to go the JC route, we have to pursue STEM?
Even though my mom and dad didn't tell me to go directly into the JC route, somehow it's kind of quietly implied, especially when you're in secondary school.
Okay.
Yeah, so I thought that success then was going to JC, doing very well in your O levels, either getting a scholarship and all that, and just not fitting into that mold really hurt my self-esteem and also hurt my self-confidence as well. Yeah, when I was young, the first job that I wanted to do was become a doctor, but I didn't realize that that notion of becoming a doctor was attributed by, I think being deemed as successful. Right? And it wasn't something, I never realized that, putting myself under that title of becoming a doctor was something that other people, or what society has deemed as successful. That's why I kind of added it into a list of bucket goals that I wanted to achieve. Yeah.
So you're someone that's driven a lot by intrinsic motivation, not
Correct.
so much of external.
Yeah.
I think for me, most of the pressure actually didn't come from my parents. Like you, it came from within and maybe influenced by society.
Yes,
I always felt that it's the norm to you have to study hard.
Yeah.
You have to do well in school. You have to
Yes.
get a good job, and then only then you are a successful person.
Yeah.
After I started working for a few years, I had 4 jobs in 5 years, which is like quite a lot.
Oh my gosh.
Because every time I start a new job, I feel like, oh, this is exciting, this is interesting. And then after a while, the novelty wears off. Then I go to another job, another job, another job. The cycle keeps continuing. But the problem like isn't actually the job. It's because like outside of work, I wanted something more that could like give me fulfillment. Yeah, and I think that probably is like similar to you as well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Speaking of your content creation, because now you're creating content, running a business, and at the same time you're schooling.
Yes.
So how do you balance all of this?
Oh
I
my
hope you're
gosh.
not still sleeping 2 to 3 hours.
No,
a
no, no,
night.
I'm not. I think I recognize myself as a very intrinsic motivated person, as you told me. One of the ways that I tried balancing was really by prioritizing my schedule. So in that week, if there was content to be filmed, or if I had to focus more on my business side related things, I would prioritize that week to have more time to do that as compared to studying and yeah, just doing revision. But let's say if exams were to come up, for example, like our midterms or our finals, I would take that more as my priority for that season as compared to doing my business and doing content creation. So it's really like a juggling stunt every time. But if you know how to prioritize like what do you want in this season and what do you want to get out of this season, then that's how I kind of learned how to navigate. Yeah.
Is there any advice that you would give to prevent burnout?
Advice. Sleep 8 hours, guys.
8 hours.
Sleep 8 hours. I know that it might be a far-fetched or like a far idea for many people, but I think learning to prioritize that simple 8 hours of rest will actually make you a lot more energized. And sometimes people, I mean, especially students, they come to me and ask, actually, Cheryl, I've been sleeping 8 hours, but I realize that I still feel very tired. So what do I do? So there's actually a thing called the 7 types of rest. So rest can be in the forms of like spiritual, physical, mental, or sensory. I think that you can search up 7 types of rest online. So the concept is that even if you sleep 8 hours every night, maybe there are some parts of rest that you have been neglecting. So for example, maybe it is relational type of rest. Every time you're going out every day to meet with certain types of people, sometimes it energetically like drain you. And maybe what you can do is to really have more self-time as compared to going out with your friends every day. Or maybe it's sensory rest. So sensory rest, like you have a lot of notifications every night that you are constantly on your phone, you are like doing work on your iPad or your computer. So maybe try to cut down on that. So rest can take on in multiple forms and not just like sleeping 8 hours as well. So it is recognizing your needs. Yeah.
I really like what you said about sensory rest because for me, like I try to sleep 8 hours every night, but sometimes like when I wake up the next day, I still feel very tired.
Yeah.
I feel that it has something to do with sensory rest because I'm someone who likes like scrolling on TikTok,
Yeah.
on Instagram before sleeping, and I notice that when I do that, the kind of rest that I get is not as good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel well rested when I wake up the next day. But recently I started using the iPhone screen time
Yes,
function. You also
yes.
use it? Yeah. To limit what time I can use Instagram, TikTok until, and
Right.
also like in the whole day, how many minutes or how many hours do I assign to this app? I
Right,
feel that
right.
it has really helped me.
I do need to limit my screen time as
Right.
well. Yeah.
So you've gone through like the whole journey of being on the path you were on, but ultimately deciding to switch to something that aligned better with who you are as a person. I think there are probably people out there, youth out there, who are kind of in a similar path as you. They are interested in pursuing something else, but they feel like this is what they should be doing. What kind of advice would you give to them?
Always remember that failing doesn't make you a failure. I think that's something that a lot of youths need to hear these days because every time they always want to try something, they are always stopped because they are fearful of failing, fearful of being judged. So I think always remembering that having and establishing a very good relationship with failure, establishing a good relationship with uncertainty is very important because let's say you fail a lot, right? The fact that you are experienced enough with failure will make you willing to take more risk. You understand what it's like to be at the bottom, that no matter how many failures that you receive, you're not scared at all. And the only way to go is just up, right?
I saw a quote recently about failure, like what you just said, like reminded me of it. It's something along the lines of, if you knew you were 100 failures away from success, you wouldn't be afraid to fail. You would look forward to the next failure.
Right,
And I think that's a very nice way of looking at it.
I agree. Yeah.
So I have this game. Basically, different people have different ideas of what success is, and I have a deck of cards with all these different ideas of success. So we will each pick 5 cards, and then we'll take a look at each other's cards, see what we have in common, see what we have like that differs.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So this is what I picked. The first one, close friendships. Second one, family time. Third one, good health. Fourth one, traveling the world. And last one, purpose and meaning. But it's not in order.
Okay. So this is what I've picked. I picked learning new things. I also picked purpose and meaning. I also picked traveling the world as well. Helping others. And last but not least, being my own boss. Yeah.
I like that we have purpose and meaning and traveling the world in common.
Yeah.
I'm curious, how come you didn't pick good health? Because I thought this one would be a pretty important one.
Yeah. I think I didn't see that at the start because I focused on this side of the area.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think if I could choose again, it would
You
also be
pick this
good
one,
health.
yeah.
Because if you don't have good health, you can't do any of these.
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah.
So it's a foundation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's this quote that I saw online recently. You have a million problems until you have a health problem. Then you only have one problem.
Yes,
I
agree.
really agree with it.
I also agree with it. Yeah.
What about learning new things? Like, why did you pick this one?
I think learning new things is very, very important. And you can learn in various ways. Like, I mean, earlier I mentioned it was talking to strangers, or it was like, delving into books, podcasts, and everything. I think I like how I'm able to learn new things because I can also share and teach it to the community as well. Like, oh, this is something new that I've learned today, and how can I help others as well? So that's why learning and also helping others kind of goes
Related.
hand in hand. Yeah, right.
What about being your own boss?
I think it's just a very inner goal that I have because I think that being my own boss will allow me to also help a lot of people in my own ways because sometimes I wouldn't mind being part of a company. I think as long as I'm able to be fulfilled in that role and also able to help other people, then yeah, I don't mind being part of a company. But I thought that being your own boss gives you more autonomy in what you do and how you help people.
Then, now that you already have a business, do you think you'll ever go back to the corporate world or go into the corporate world, have a corporate job?
I think my dream is to run my business full time, but I think that's any founder as well. Because we believe in this purpose so much to the point that actually we want it to take off. So, I mean, yes, if there really comes a time where I have to go back to a 9 to 5, which hopefully not. I don't plan on having a plan B. I actually don't have any plan B at all. The only plan I have is to
You have to succeed.
Yeah.
Here's a plot twist. If you have to remove one of these cards, what would you remove?
I would say this one. I would remove being my own boss.
Okay. So, corporate job, but still something that aligns with who you are.
For sure, yeah.
I think for me, I would remove traveling the world, even though I'll be very sad because I really like traveling. But I think compared to the rest, like for me, close friendships, family time, purpose and meaning, good health, unfortunately, this will be the one that I have to remove. If you have to rank this, which one would you consider to be the most important?
Purpose and meaning. I feel like it acts as the foundation of all the things that you do. I mean, other than health itself, I think purpose and meaning will really guide you through any season of your life and any decisions that you make. If you do not know the reason why that you do things, somehow or rather it will feel like you're doing work for the sake of work, and sometimes you'll be just too drained energetically. Yeah.
I think that's something that I really relate to because the whole reason why I started this podcast is because I wanted to find purpose and meaning beyond whatever I was doing in my 9 to 5 job. In my current role, I feel it's not enough. Like, I was feeling unfulfilled, which is why I wanted to start this as well. That was such a good reflection session for me. Hopefully it was also the case for you.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Thank you so much for taking time to be here today and for being so open, so honest about your journey, what you have been through. So I have one last thing to ask from you. Can you write a letter to me or to our audience? Anything that's on your heart, anything that you want to share with them? Yeah?
Sure.
Okay, thank you. Here is some pen and paper.
Okay.
So at the end, I asked Cheryl to write a letter to me and now we get to read it together. Dear Hayley, the world may always tell you to be something you are not. Seasons may come to challenge who you are, but never forget who you are and what you truly believe in. No dream is too big to achieve. Love, Cheryl. To be honest, I lived that checklist life too. So study hard, get good grades, get a good job. But even though I was doing that and on the right track, a part of me still felt unfulfilled. And it was because I was living the life I was supposed to live, but not the life that I wanted to live. Your life is yours to live, not your parents, not society, it's yours. So if you're stuck on that hamster wheel right now, chasing a dream that might not even be yours, take a pause and ask yourself, is this even your dream? You don't need permission to chase your dream, you just need the courage to start and the courage to pursue and see it through. Your life is waiting for you, so go ahead and chase it. Thank you Cinegang for providing us with this location to shoot. If you are looking for a studio, you can look at the link below.